Hey there, everyone. Welcome to episode 991 of the Mike from Maine show, the place where we do daily interviews with successful online entrepreneurs. This is your host, Mike Thomas, and today on the show, we have Brendan Mace on, and we're going to be talking about a method that was able to make a newbie $235 per hour. I know it sounds hypey, but there is a lot of truth behind it, and we're going to dig into it in today's interview. Let's get into it. Here's Brendan.
We are here today with Brendan Mace. Brendan, welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm hugely honored to be here because I've been following the show for years. So excited to be on your mic. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here as well. Brendan's a guy that I've actually been following as well. He's very transparent with how he makes money online, having done income reports, at least in the past. I'm not sure if he still does them now, but I've seen them on his website before. We also just met recently in Orlando, so happy to have you here. Brendan, today we're going to be talking about a method that you and your partners and myself have been doing for a long time now. I'm going to read off the headline on the sales page. You can kind of bring us into this and what it's all about and why we should be listening to you. It says here, case study reveals how a newbie made $235 per hour with a never before seen method and 100% free traffic. So bring us behind the marketing talk. What's this all about and why should we be excited?
Cool. So I think what you're talking about, this is something within your wheelhouse as well, is when you take a look at these affiliate contests, the people that are doing really good sales numbers, like bringing the most sales to these product sales, right? Lots of times they're all doing the exact same sorts of things. They're doing these review videos. They're figuring out how to get traffic and build an audience to those review videos. And what we have here is we have somebody who kind of figured it out. So one of my business partners for this launch, his name is Brandon Pierce. He was kind of struggling to make some pretty good or reliable income online for a while. And then he managed to kind of stumble into this like a lot of us are doing, like you're doing, like I'm doing, like Brett Ratucki's doing, like all these bigger people are doing. And he started to get really good results with it. So kind of the story of how this launch came about was Brandon came to me and he said, hey, dude, like take a look at the results that I've been managing to get lately from doing this. What do you think? Is there some kind of value here? And of course, I can recognize the value because I do it personally and myself. And it was kind of like, Eureka, you figured out, like you're one of the people that have kind of stumbled into what's working with affiliate marketing today. So that's kind of where the course came from. And it doesn't really need to take a lot of time. The reason why the $235 per hour sounds really sexy, and some people are going to think that sounds kind of hypey, right? But the truth is that this method doesn't really take that much time. So we're not saying that, hey, you can make $50,000 your first month doing this. The reality is that there's not too much work to do, and the results are pretty good for the time that you put into it, right?
I mean, those numbers I think are pretty realistic. You've been following me for a while. You know that if people try to bring really hypey stuff with me and they can't back it up, if they try to bring that to me and they can't back it up, then I get really skeptical about it and I won't even bring them on my show. But the reason why I brought you on here and I accepted that and I saw that and I was like, okay, that's realistic, is because I know that when I started out, those are kind of numbers that I saw. And in my business now, when I do a promotion, I'll do anything from an hour. It takes me about an hour to an hour and a half to do a full promotion, and I'm doing interviews and stuff, so I'm doing a little bit extra than what other people are doing here. And I'll make anywhere from $500 to upwards of $5,000 to $6,000 on a really good promotion from just that little work. So it's not like we're sitting here grinding out our days with this. Now, you recently, by following this method, you recently had some cool results. I think you wanted to share.
Yeah, so I do this method personally. That's kind of, I'm similar to you, is that I will sometimes get launch products with different people if I see that the method is good, that it actually works. So I actually did ask to see inside Brandon Pierce's account, verify everything was working, everything looked good. And I know that I personally do this method myself. Now, this is a method that I did recently on a current launch called the Commission Code, which I believe you're also promoting, Mike. And I'm doing this promo. The setup took me about 5 minutes, kind of similar to what it takes you. I think we cut out there for a second.
You're
The
back.
setup took me about 45 minutes, and I was able to generate about $4,000 in affiliate commissions.
Wow.
Plus, we won the first place for the prize. We sent the most sales, me and my business partner. So we got an extra $2,500 prize, which is split in half. So all in, I made over $5,000 on this promotion, and it took me about 45 minutes to set up with what's being taught in the Ignition course. So this stuff does definitely work. That was over a period of a few days. So I was making over $1,000 per day. Now, if you're just getting starting with this, the likelihood of you making $1,000 per day in the first week of you doing Ignition is probably not very good.
Yeah.
But that is kind of the trajectory of what you could get to. Eventually, this definitely does work, and it works on scale. So any newbie like Brandon Pierce can step into this and be making no money whatsoever, and then get to a point where he's making, his first $1,000 in a pretty short period of time. But it also has the potential to grow much bigger than that if you stick with it, right?
I like that you say that. I like that you don't try to say that they're going to make that much money overnight. Because, I mean, how many of these methods have we seen where people make these big promises, you're going to make all this money, and you don't end up making anything? If you can come at this with more of a realistic expectation, then, okay, let's try to make my first $50 day. Let's try to do my first $100 day. And then move forward from that. You're going to be a lot less frustrated. But it's nice knowing that it works. Like, if people put the effort in on this, it will actually end up in getting them results if they put in just a little bit of work. Speaking of work, how does this work? Like, as far as this going, are they doing interviews? Is this about doing interviews like me? Is it about doing review videos? Is it about doing both? Is it about doing posts? Like, how does this all work?
So it basically centers around trust marketing. And I think that since you bring that up, like part of me mentioning that and just in general is people like to believe sort of like realistic figures. I think some people get into the excitement and they can believe this really overly hypey stuff. But most people want to know, like, if I put effort into this, am I going to start seeing some good results and gradually have it build and build and build? This is around trust marketing. So the way Brandon Pierce did, he did it around a review style. So he would honestly and thoroughly review products. Now, the wrong way to review products is just to say, here's the product, you're going to make all this money, it's super sexy, just buy it. Because people aren't, you're really underestimating the consumer in that sense, and people aren't that stupid. They're not going to believe that, right? And you really should look at it as you're not selling these products, you're just providing information to people so they can decide for themselves, is this the kind of product that would be worthwhile, useful to them? So you want to do a quality review where you walk them through, okay, this is exactly what you're going to get when you pick up this course. This is what's included. These are the upsells that are going to come. Basically exactly as outlined in your Mike from Maine show, right? And then after that, it's just about getting traffic to the review or traffic to the interview. And the course basically in more thorough detail kind of goes through, okay, here's how to set up the review. Here's how to get free traffic to it. Here's if you want to scale it with paid traffic, here's what you can do. So it's kind of like all of these things merging together to give yourself a really solid promotion. And because it works with something like YouTube, any newbie can get started with this and actually get free traffic. That's the beautiful thing about something like Facebook or YouTube or whatever. It's a bunch of free traffic out there that anyone can go in there and step up. You don't need to have a massive audience to start growing some followers, right?
You mentioned paid traffic, and that makes me think, okay, do they have to buy traffic? Are there any other costs associated with this? Like, what should people be expecting?
Of course. So that's I think one of the main objections that people always have is, do I have to actually spend money after I buy the course, right? And that's why we actually set this up as a three-pronged approach. So there's the actual crucial stuff that you absolutely need to do. And this is where I started. Building an audience, something like YouTube or a blog or whatever. You need to actually create something. If you don't create something, you're not going to make any money, obviously. If you want to grow your results even further, we have the added on strategy, optional paid traffic options that you can use to get even more results faster. Now, if you didn't do the paid traffic, you could still get good results. But if you want to really expedite and get like as big results as possible, then you would also add paid traffic to your promotion.
So
now, that being said,
so sorry to interrupt you, but technically you could wait until you start making some money from the free methods and then use the money that you've made to invest some of it back into getting some traffic.
exactly. Yeah, 100%. Like for me, for my business, I used to buy paid traffic quite a bit. When I first started making money online, I did a lot of paid traffic to make money. Ironically, right now, I can't even remember the last time that I paid for traffic. So it's not like you need paid traffic to get really good results. But basically, if you figure out paid traffic, that'll be a supplementary income stream to what you're making with the main method, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. Okay, so let's say someone wants to do this and they want to get just the fastest dollar. Like, I'm not talking about making the fastest $100. Like, let's make our first sale. What would you recommend that they do? I mean, are they going to go out and like what kind of product do you recommend they do a review on to get the fastest kind of a sale?
Okay, so I would definitely recommend video. I know that's not going to be a popular option, but I think that everybody, like 85% of content, something ridiculous that people are digesting is through video. You can also develop a personal connection a lot easier that way. I also think that when somebody like me or yourself or Dalton or John Thornhill, any of these people that have massive followings, anytime one of us promotes something like the commission code or some kind of software, you have thousands of people that are going to Google, that are going to YouTube, that are searching to figure out, like, to look for reviews on that product because they want a second opinion, right? So that means that places like YouTube, Google, they're giving away thousands of free visitors with people with their credit cards out ready to buy, right? So I think one of the easiest way to make sales is to position yourself as the information provider for a search term that people are actively searching for and ready to purchase with.
With what you guys teach, do you teach that you have to have your face on the video or no?
No, so we do say that you could do screen capture, you could do talking head. That comes down to a personal comfort thing. I think conversions would probably be a bit better if you actually show your face because people like to connect with you. But that doesn't mean you can't get results without having your face. And sometimes people just aren't really that comfortable. I have a little bit of a YouTube channel. And when I started out, it was really hard to have my face be on camera, especially in the beginning. And it's kind of a comfort that you grow over time. And then eventually you kind of become more and more comfortable with it, right? So you definitely don't have to have your face in the video. But I would say it's recommended for sure.
I mean, I've done it before with my face. I've done it before without my face. Currently, for the last, like, I don't know, 500 episodes, 500 reviews that I've done, I haven't used my face in it. I think that probably the fact that I do interviews helps, and like I have a brand and people know what I look like already. But if you, it's not necessarily. It's in my opinion, you don't have to, but I agree with you. It can help, especially if you're newer. If people see a face, they're much more likely to trust you. But if some people just don't want to put their face out there, they've got another job. They don't want people to find them and see that they're trying to do something on the side. So it's understandable there. Okay, let's say someone goes through this and they apply your method and they come back and they say, this doesn't work. This is a scam. This is a waste of money. What would have stopped them? What's something that would cause someone from not having success with this?
So to be honest with you, Mike, I really would be absolutely shocked. And this is the part that I think that if you actually follow the course, I would be absolutely shocked if you got 0 results. I don't see it happening personally. Like, I think that if you actually follow, you create the review video, you provide a good review, you just honestly and authentically share your results and everything, and then you have like these free traffic strategies. I don't see it happening. I've never seen it happen before where people actually did the task, took the action, and didn't get results with this. I could see people getting less results than what they would like, and then it just becomes a tweaking game. Why did you not get those results? And I hate to put the responsibility on the actual customer, but I know firsthand because I've seen people that have implemented these, and I know that it works if you actually do take the action and properly. So I would look at it more of an investigation. If it didn't work, why didn't it work? That's what I would look at. I would be all open to the idea of being open-minded and seeing maybe something went wrong somewhere, but I just don't. I mean, I would love to ask you, like, could you see people actually taking action on this kind of a method like you have and getting zero results with it? Like, do you think that's likely?
Turning the table around on me, are you?
I don't know what to answer you.
No, I think
Mm.
I've taught this kind of stuff before to people, and I've seen people that have had success with it, and I've seen people that have not. And when I've seen the ones that have done well aren't the ones that do one review video and then go, oh, this doesn't work. The ones that do well are the ones that are like, okay, I'm going to do this every day for the next week, and they do it and they get the videos out there. And the funny thing is, once you start getting videos out there on YouTube and you get content out there, they start working for you. And it's like
Yeah.
magic, where I'm sure that you have stuff where you'll get a ping in your PayPal from something, and you'll see a payment come in, and you'll go, where the heck did this come from? And it's something that you promoted maybe a few months ago, or depending upon how long you've been doing this. I mean, I've been doing this since 2012. I'll have commissions come in from something, not a reoccurring commission, not something that's like paying monthly, but something that someone has found from like 2013 and bought, and it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that happens. That happens to me every day,
Yeah.
100%. So it's definitely a snowball effect for sure. Like, I think that if you do it, like the idea of you getting zero results is like almost non-existent. If you actually take the action, you will get results with this, but it will definitely grow bigger and bigger and bigger over time, and you'll start to collect traction and things will come in passively. I do things a bit differently than most people in that I have like a big follow-up series of emails. So I do also really recommend in the course and always build a list. It's great to make easy money from YouTube with review videos, but if you want to start making even more money, you build an audience that you can tap into over and over and over again that trusts and likes you, right? And I actually have a follow-up series of like 250 emails, which is not recommended. Some people are going to go crazy doing that. But for that reason, I have sales coming in all the day. That's just every day that's coming from weird places from years ago. And so
Very cool.
I entirely understand what you're saying for sure. Once you build that audience, it's kind of like you're doing in the work in the beginning, and then eventually kind of the systems and platforms start doing the work for you.
If someone decides to pick this up, are you back? We're having some issues here. Can you
Yeah,
see me?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So if someone decides to pick this up, what exactly are they going to get inside? Is it PDFs? Is it videos? Like, what's inside?
So all of mine is video, all video courses. I prefer video courses because I think that you can outline things the most detailed or whatever. We have three separate modules. So originally we centered around the style that you and I do to make money online, the review video and everything like that. But we wanted to make it even better. So basically, even though that's like a full course, we added basically two full new courses to it. So one of the new courses is like a free traffic strategy. So you could ramp things up even further. So if you're getting started with this and you're not getting the results that you want to have immediately right out of the gate, then you can complement it with the free traffic strategies to get the ball rolling even faster. And then we have the paid traffic strategies, which is done through like list building and stuff, which you can use in a supplementary way to grow your income even further. So basically, Ignition is like three courses for the price of one. The main course is everything that you need if you just wanted to get some results right away with something that's working that the kind of the bigger guys are using.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to get even better results, then we have the two other modules that are going to amplify things even further.
Bring us through the OTOs. What are people going to see after they purchase as far as upsells?
Okay, so the first OTO is we're calling Done For You Ignition Funnels. And basically the way that this works is the course is going to teach you how to do everything that you need to know to make money, right? So you could do everything from scratch yourself and make money just by investing in the main course, right? But with the first Done For You upsell, what we're offering people is we'll actually have these funnels created for you. So that includes, it's around a particular product that we know converts. So it's a product that converts. We have a landing page set up specific to that offer so that you're building your list as you're promoting whatever that offer is. And then we have done for you emails or done for you campaigns that you can just copy and paste to promote that offer and make money with it. Okay, so those are the done for you funnels. Okay, with the done for you funnels, you get 5 of them, and that will be a great place to start. So if you just create like a blog or a YouTube channel, and you create your sort of campaign around that, you can use this as the funnel that you send people to, and you're going to make a lot of money right away without having to create things from scratch. So that's kind of the idea. The course will show you how to do it yourself. The upsell will do it for you.
Okay, so that's the first OTO. The second one?
The second one, the second upsell that we have for all of our products is always license rights, because we have a very good professional designer, copywriter. Our products always convert at a really high level. Like a lot of people that come to our sales pages usually decide to buy. Our last product, like Printly, had like a $4 EPC, which means every visitor that went to the page on average spent about $4. So what we offer is we let people to sell our products as if they are your own and keep 100% of the money. Typically, when people do license rights, they can charge like $500, $300. I've seen license rights for like $1,000. We sell license rights for just $97, right? And you're getting like a really high quality product that you can basically sell as if it's your own, 400% commissions for $97.
Do you give them a link to promote, or do you give them the products that they can go out and sell? How does that work?
So good question. Basically, we want to make it simple for people. So instead of giving them files that they're going to have to upload themselves and have a support desk where they're going to have to deal with different problems and concerns, the way that we simplify it for people getting started is we'll have it so they have a link where 100% of the money goes instantly to their bank account. And then we take care of any of the any customer problems, any refund requests, any issues with the product. We take care of that on our desk so that it makes it like easier for
all they have to do
consumer.
all they have to do is send the traffic, and then you guys take care of everything else. And they get
Exactly.
they get 100% of the money.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think you've got one more upsell.
Yeah, so the last upsell, I don't actually love selling too much because it's my personal coaching with myself. And I put a lot of work into my own personal coaching. So every time I get one of those commissions, it's kind of like, oh, damn, I'm going to have to actually get to put some work in. But so our last upsell is where we actually work personally with somebody with their business to get them going to actually making money online. Of course, that's going to have a higher price tag. Because it involves a lot of our time personally. So that's a $2,000 offer. And then we have a downsell. So if you choose not to buy the personal coaching with myself, we have all the coaching training available to people, which is everything that we know in our business, but it's in video format. So because it doesn't take up any of my time, it's only 10% the price. So it's only $197 for the digital coaching, which doesn't involve my time.
Okay, so that's not for everyone, but for any of you out there that are thinking, okay, I really like this guy, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and they want to be coached by you, they can pick that up. If they want the personal attention, they can get the more expensive one. If they don't want that, and they just want to get the videos, they can get that for a lot less there. Brendan, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Is there anything else, anything we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap it up?
I don't think so, but if anybody has any questions about business, about the product, about anything, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on my blog. You can find me on Facebook. So if you have any questions, hit up me at any time. Really appreciate being on the show, Mike. I'm a huge fan of your work, and thanks for having me on, man.
Thanks again for coming on, and best of luck with your launch.
Thanks, buddy. Talk to you soon.
I hope you enjoyed the interview today with Brendan. If you are interested in picking up Ignition at its lowest price, you're going to want to come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time on Friday, October 13th. You're going to be able to pick it up at its lowest price along with my special bonuses. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.